Hey guys, it's Zero here again, and another Warhammer Wednesday, and I've got another unbagging to show you guys. This one came from a contact on Facebook, one of my Facebook sales groups, and I actually picked up for my buddy Cabbie and I picked up the Necromunda Uprising Miniatures. So the Chaos half and the Strayas, I can't remember what they're called. I'll get the name for you guys. But we're going to get over to the table. We're going to crack this bag open and take a look at the miniatures inside and see if they're worth what we paid. Alright, sit tight. Alrighty, let's take a quick look at this little package of the new models from Necromunda Uprising that my buddy Cabbie and I picked up. We're going to split them. He's going to take the Enforcers. I'm going to take the Cultists. Corpse Grind Cultists or whatever they're called. We'll take a look. We'll see what they're called. Let's get this out of here. Now, paid $85 to have this shipped, so $85 for the models shipped. Damn it! Apologize about that. Package was trying to work with me here. Alright, so we got a slew of models with hugely packed sprues. I love it. I love when the sprues are like thick like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes it, you're getting more for your money, I guess. I don't know, maybe. So we have, here we have the instructions. I'm going to take a quick look. Here, put that to the side. So yeah, we have the Corpse Grind Cult. Okay. I don't know if they're Chaos Cultists. I don't know the lore, but they look like it to me. So the reason I agreed to go in on this set is because I could use these guys for 40k for my Chaos Cultists. I'm going to use them as my Crimson Slaughter / Khorne Cultists. You know, I think they'll look pretty cool. And you can never have enough Cultists. You know what I'm saying? And they got the cool masks, and I know in Necromunda these masks actually mean something. That's actually part of this group's gimmick, but it's pretty cool. You can actually see, look at this. In Necromunda, you can actually completely customize each guy with their weapons. It's kind of cool. Like in 40k, you know, you get a unit. It's like, okay, all these guys have bolt guns, or all these guys have shooters and sluggers, or sluggers and choppers, and things like that. And one guy will have another type of weapon, but generally you got to arm them pretty much the same way. I think that this is kind of cool because you can arm each guy individually. So here we have the Palatine Enforcer Patrol. Now these guys are kind of cool. They're like the dirty cops of Necromunda, and I kind of like it. I actually like these guys a lot. And I wanted these guys, but my buddy Cabbie he wasn't into the cultists, and it kind of made sense, because I got Chaos and stuff like that. There's a lot of parts to these guys. Look at that. Cabbie, you got your work cut out for you, brother. But these, supposedly, according to like Drive-Thru RPG, or Drive-Thru, review, he's like saying that these guys are like Space Marine Scouts, little weaker than Space Marine Scouts, but it's like a Space Marine Scout squad. So they got a sniper rifle, they've got a sergeant, they've got different types of weapons, shotguns and things like that. And it's all based on the type of game Necromunda is. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of cool. Now we have the Palatine Subjugator Patrol. These guys are really cool. This is the whole reason why I was like, man, I really want to get these models, because they're really armored. They got the cool riot shields. I just think that's a really cool look. I've always liked the way they looked. I was never into Necromunda because I didn't like the models from before. I never liked the way the Necromunda models looked, and I didn't like the plastic models. I had some. I had some Goliaths and some Escher gang. It's the two gangs that came in the original Necromunda cardstock box set, like with the card scenery and stuff. It was those two groups, and I didn't really like the models. It was more like a board game style model than it was an actual model. But these new models, man, they just look phenomenal. And there we go. So you got your instructions, and we got a bag of bases, which is kind of cool. I didn't expect this. These bases are textured. They're detailed. Let me zoom in for you guys a little bit. We'll see. We'll get a little closer so you guys can see that. But they've got a little bit of like tech deck type basing, all of them. So that's really cool. It's like half the work of basing these models. You know, you just all you got to do is paint it up. And like 32 mil bases. Very cool, man. And it goes with the Zone Mortalis type board that you get with, you know, like you can get the plastic boards, or you can get the boards that come with the game. So there's enough model bases in here for each faction. I'm gonna, obviously we're gonna go through and split all this up to make sure we all got the right, you know, Cabbie and I got the right amount of stuff. But from what Drive-Thru RPG was saying, and I mean, I trust the guy. The guy knows his shit. You know, if you guys haven't seen his website or his YouTube channel, you guys should check him out. He does extremely involved and immersive reviews on games, and I love it. I'll sit through his 40-minute videos because he does phenomenal work, and he does a lot of research, and he does a lot of gaming, so he knows his stuff. He's not, you know, he's not just like me, just getting started and spitting some garbage. You know what I mean? The guy's on top of his shit, and I like that. I respect that. So check him out, Drive-Thru RPG. I'll try to put a link for his channel in the description below so you guys can check him out. So here we have the Corpse Grinder Cult. You get 3 sprues. It's like you get 3 sprues for each faction. But we'll look at each one really quickly, individually. There's a lot of them, so I'm not going to go through each one of them like I normally do. But you guys can pause it and take a look at the pieces. Very, very detailed. Again, just Games Workshop is just fucking blowing it out of the water with these miniatures, man. They're just killing it. And again, you know, like the whole reason I got these guys wasn't because I was going to jump into Necromunda, although I can, and I might, you know, I was going to do Kill Team, and I still might do that. But Kill Team versus Necromunda, I don't know. But these models just look fucking phenomenal. Hashtag not for kids. Just saying. Here we go. Second sprue. Now, I don't know who these guys are. I don't know what the storylines behind them. I don't have any of the rules. The guy that sent me this, there was no special stats. I mean, there's stats for these guys, and he sent me pictures of them. So I have them on my phone, but I mean, pretty much I don't know anything about these guys. And I know this is a new gang. But like I said, I really like the look of them. I really feel like they could really go well with my Chaos Army and look, you know, fall into the Chaos Cultist part of the army. You know, pretty elaborate looking dudes for some generic cultists, because cultists, as you know, they're real cheap. They're cannon fodder. But, you know, I like the look of them, and they'll look different, and they'll look like you know, because I have several batches of cultists that I have in different parts of the factions of my Chaos Army. So I have, you know, some guys for Zench, some guys for Nurgle. Actually, I don't have any Nurgle cultists. I think I have Poxwalkers for Nurgle. But for the Crimson Slaughter, I'll throw these guys in there because they look like corn guys. You know what I'm saying? So I think they'll fit in really nicely. Here we have the Enforcers, or the Subjugators, with their shields. Those shields are so cool, man. I'm a little jelly, Cabbie. I'm a little jelly. You know, I would have liked to have gotten these guys, and I don't think you can get the Subjugators separately yet. So this is the only way I think you get them. I don't know for sure, don't quote me, but I believe, yeah, the Enforcers you can get, because that's you can get a box set of those guys. But the Subjugators you can't get. Like, I think you can only get them this way so far. But I'm pretty sure they're going to come out with a set of these guys by themselves. And they're look at all, each leg is separate. I mean, it's just a lot of parts to deal with, you know. And I think that's, again, you're dealing with a small unit of guys. You're not dealing with, like, you know, 200 figures. You're dealing with 10 tops. 1,000 points per game. You know what I'm saying? And each, you get 1,000 credits and that's it. And you get in here, you get 1,000 points, which is like 5-6 guys, but you're actually getting 10 or more guys based on like you can actually build extra guys with different equipment to throw them into your gang, or take these guys out and put this guy in. And it's the same thing with the cultists. You can do that too with them, which is kind of cool. It's a flexible way to, they made the unit qualifications small, but they gave you enough models to fill that unit with different types of guys, which I like. I like that whole idea. That makes sense. They should have done that with 40K, but then your boxes would be 10 times huger and cost you twice as much. There's a second subjugator sprue. Again, those shields, just so cool. I might get some Imperial Fist guys with shields, just because I really like the whole tower shield look. Especially in the 41st millennium. Like, guys are running with guns and lightsabers and pinchy claws and, shooters and sluggers and choppers and, wraith weapons. This dude with a shield, man. He's handling business. But there you go, man. That's the Necromunda Dark Uprising miniatures. The Corpse Grind Cult versus the Palatine Enforcers and Subjugators. Cult of the Primal Cut. That's interesting. Corpse Grind Cult. That's what they're called. And then you've got, like I said, you've got the Subjugators and the Enforcers. I think it's pretty cool. Was it worth $85? I wish I would have gotten some rules with them, or at least some printouts, copies or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude could have photocopied something for me. Whatever, it is what it is. If I really want the rules for them, I can get them online, I'm sure. Or I can just buy the book that comes with, I'm sure I can get the actual rule book for this. They're always selling it, you know what I mean? So we can get that if we really, really want to. And I think the rule book for this game is more of a campaign book plus rules. So it actually like furthers the rule set and campaign stuff in the original Necromunda set. So, it's not necessary to have the original Necromunda set, but it'll just enhance your game more. It's like always, So if I really want the rules, I can get them. But like I said, for my sake, if we are going to play Necromunda, then we're going to prepare and get everything we need for Necromunda. If we're not, then I have a nice, like I said, alternatively, I have a really cool squad of cultists for my Chaos Army. But there you go, man. Necromunda Dark Uprising Miniatures. Cabbie, I'll be giving these to your guys this weekend. But if anything, you guys, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share. Check us out check my DMs group out on Discord. It's Tabletop Dungeoneers. And if you get the chance, pop on by, say Zero, tell them Zero sent you, so they know where you're coming from. And, as always, I have my email in the description below. If anybody's interested in donating anything to the channel, PayPal me, communicate with me via email, and I would definitely like to put you up on the channel and, give you shots out. So, thanks for watching, guys.